Okay, yeah, my name is Willis Earl Wilson, and 25 years ago, I was wrongfully imprisoned for the rape and murder of several young girls in the Chicago suburbs. Not only I didn't do it by divine intervention against incredible odds, 2.5 months after they found me not guilty with a public defender, I'm having a cup of coffee half a mile from home to what used to be a Howard Johnson's restaurant right here. Having a cup of coffee, and an old man had a cardiac arrest. This was on a Saturday afternoon about 12 o'clock, and an old man had a cardiac arrest, and I swooped down and saved him from having his head cracked, laid him out for the paramedics, and I'm reading the newspaper, and 5 minutes later, while the paramedics are working on him, I look up, and this lowlife walks in, and he's a dead ringer for the same composite drawing that just set me free 2 months before in a courtroom, in a Cook County courtroom. And when I saw him, I was stunned. I had to pinch myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming. And the lady said he had cheap tan shoes, long dirty fingernails, missing teeth, and diseased gums. He sat to my right, which was the Howard Johnson's restaurant. I looked to my left, and then I looked down at his feet. He had cheap tan shoes split like Kmart and Naugahyde cheap shoes with his feet hanging out, stinky feet, holy socks. And I looked at his fingernails, and his fingernails were long and dirty, and he had the worst case of pyorrhea, which is a Greek word that means pus, and his teeth were yellow, black, and green at the gum line, just like the lady said, and it looked like if you stump them, pus would come out of his gums. And so I started talking to him about the murder of these girls. I was stunned. I wasn't scared, but I was stunned. And he was scared and stunned. And I thought he was going to confess the murder of one girl right there to me in the coffee shop. And I started talking to him, and his speech was plain at first. He told me his name was Alan. He worked at a company called Black Hawk Forge in Elk Grove Village. He was a delivery driver with a 3-man business. And I started first of all, his speech was plain. He told me his name and word. Then he talked like he had a mouthful of marbles, and I couldn't understand him. And I ran around the corner to go to the bathroom. He took off without paying his check. I paid his check for him, and got his license plate number. I should have popped the coil wire off his delivery vehicle, but I didn't think about it. And I got his name and license plate number, and I went to the state's attorney, who was Mayor Daley at the time, and I talked to his deputy, and I could tell his deputy was lying. He said the state's attorney's not here, and I already did 5 months in jail for nothing, and nearly got 60 years. I told the man that, and I found the killer myself, and he said the state's attorney's not here. And I said to him, I'm looking at him like, mister, I can read you like the morning paper, you're lying. Mr. Daly's in there, he just don't want to face me. And then I left 30 messages there. And then I left 30 messages with the Schaumburg chief of police. And they didn't do nothing about it. They looked the other way. And 5 weeks later, I bet $1 to a donut, he raped and murdered a little Glen Ellen girl about 2 or 3 miles away from here.